and welcome back to the ongoing saga of the Louisiana Boat. I think the last video I posted, I'm pretty sure I took the kids out to eat. We ran out to the lake to run the boat, got it started, went out there, everything seemed fine, tried to power it up, could only get 12 miles an hour out of it. It wouldn't plane out, it wouldn't do anything. So I'm pretty sure that's where I left it last time. So what I did is I hauled it into a boat shop that's not too far from here, and it's a place I brought my boats for years and years, and I'm always really happy with them and I trust them. That's the main thing. So I brought the boat in and I said, look, I need this boat to be running like it's brand new, because I don't want to be in the middle of nowhere. Louisiana, you can get in the middle of nowhere, and then what are you going to do? It's not like it's a canoe to paddle home. It's a fairly good sized boat. So I brought it in, and they had it for, I don't know, probably a month. And when they got to it and everything, there was like half of the gas was water. So the boat had obviously sat longer than just over the winter time, like they told me. I had a new prop put on there. I told them I want you to go through all the electrical. And so they replaced the rotor, the distributor, all the ignition wires, spark plugs, everything like that. So they got everything going, and then they went through everything and they called me up and said the boat runs, it's ready to go. But they said they found a dead spot in the starter. So most of the time it would start, but once in a while there would just be a dead spot and it wouldn't do anything. So they said, do you want us to replace that? And it was like, well, yeah, what am I supposed to do if you're out in the middle of nowhere and the starter doesn't work? So then they went ahead and put the new starter in, which was fairly expensive. It's really hard to get into. I guess the labor was the biggest cost. So then I finally get the boat back, and now it's getting cold at this time. The docks have been pulled out of the lakes here in Minnesota because the lakes are going to freeze, and I still wanted to get that boat out, bring it out in the water, and try it out. So I had to wear my waders to be able to get out. Without a dock with that kind of boat, you have to climb in it, so I had to, push it out. I brought Corey, one of the guys that works for me. He went out with me. We take it out, get it out on the lake, and we started it up, and it ran really nice. I buzzed it around the lake a couple times, and then you saw I got Corey drive it, and Corey's driving it around the lake, and everything's good, and we throttle it down, and because we're out in the middle, and then throttle it back up, and this is what happens. So after that motor, it starts popping and stuff, and there's no power. It wouldn't even get up to the original 12 miles per hour that it got to when me and the kids were out. So we just pretty much idle it back. I put it back onto the boat trailer. I immediately didn't even go home. I drove it straight back to the boat shop and said, look, something is wrong. I'm so happy that I got to bring it out on the water before the lakes froze, though. So I dropped it off there. They had it for a long time, because then they have snowmobiles coming in that need to be done. They have boats coming in that they're winterizing and stuff like that. So anyway, they finally went through it and they couldn't find what was wrong, and then I brought in a car mechanic to kind of help troubleshoot a different, set of eyes. And what it was the distributor goes down. It's been converted over to electronic ignition, but the distributor that went down, it come unseated. So it wasn't my fault. It was something that they had done that was wrong, so they didn't charge me for any of that. So anyway, they said it runs awesome. I had them winterize the boat because it's winter now. There was no way to get it back out on the lakes. Lakes were already starting to form ice. So for right now, it's all fixed, supposedly, and ready to go. But I won't really be able to test it until I get down to Louisiana. Once I got the boat back from them after they did all that work, it had been outside there, and we had like a 4-inch snowfall, so everything was covered in snow inside. So I brought it into the upper garage here and heated it up in here, and got everything drained out and dried out and everything like that. couple weeks. Yesterday I was out here, I got the stove going up in this upper garage, and I changed a few things. It had a real stupid thing right here where you would come up where the boat would hit, and it would always hit on that stupid where you latch it right there. So I switched that around, and then it's a 1,400-mile drive down there, so I have everything strapped real good. I just don't want to lose the boat. So I didn't have a spare tire, so I bought a spare tire and got everything covered. So now it's just a waiting game here. I've got a grandchild that needs to be born. I've got a couple projects going on at work that I need to get finished, and then one was added to my schedule last week. So when all that gets finished and everything, it should be, I would guess, 2, maybe 3 weeks, and the boat will be heading down to Louisiana. As always, thanks a lot for watching. I guess the next time you see the boat, we'll be down where it's a little bit warmer than it is here. And hopefully the boat will be doing good and we won't be paddling back. But either way, I'll see you guys on the next video.